Video, I'm going to talk about reducing your cognitive load, which really is about reducing the overwhelm that you might be feeling with all the things you have to think about and all the things you have to do. And there are three steps to this, three things that if you nail them, then it is going to reduce that cognitive load and you're going to feel so much more relaxed about things. I'm Lucy and I'm a holistic peak performance coach and speaker. The very first thing about reducing the cognitive load is to understand that friction can help. So friction can be introducing some kind of friction, or it can be a friction that is helping you to reduce something. So either helping you to do something or helping you to stop doing something. So a friction for helping you to do something is that you want to make it really easy. So you're taking away the friction. And when you do that, you might be just having healthy foods in your house, just healthy foods. So the friction isn't there of going, oh my goodness, there's a donut on the side, there's some chocolate in the fridge, there's some alcohol. Can I have it? Should I have it? No, I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to because it's there. If the friction is there, that if you feel like having that thing, you'd have to go out, you'd have to go down to the shops and get it, then it's easier to have what's already in the house and just make do and actually then feel really good about it. So that's the very first thing. You're not having to think, what am I going to do? And the way to introduce this so that's to stop you doing something. The way to introduce this to help you to do something is if it is a fitness thing and you just have all the clothes laid out that you're going to be wearing, your shorts, your top, your training shoes. If you're going swimming, then you've got your swimming costume on and your towel and your backpack ready to go down to have a swim. And you just pick it up at the front door, off you go. And everything is already packed up and you don't have to think about it because you packed it up the night before. And then whenever you go again, it's already packed up and off you go again. So that friction, it just makes it so easy to do. So one is to stop you eating badly by just having good foods in the house. The other one is to help you to go and do your fitness with everything there. So that's friction. And I have a whole video on friction and reducing friction. The second thing is your environment. This, with your cognitive load, can be, oh my goodness, this needs tidying up, that needs sorting out. I've got so and so I've got to talk to. They're always giving me these bad vibes. It's time I went to see so and so again. I ought to. So environment covers three different areas. And if those areas are not necessarily supporting you, it's really worth taking the time to find out what part of those areas is not supporting you. So if you walk into a room and your heart sinks because you don't know where to find the thing you're looking for, or it's just a mess and you don't like walking into a mess, that is going to increase the cognitive load because it's like, where have I put that book? Where have I put my keys? Where have I put whatever it is I'm looking for today? And I wish I would just put it in one place. So, for example, for keys, I have a little, like a plate, but it's a nice looking plate. And I always put my keys there. And I try to get my son to do exactly the same and put his keys in the same place. He doesn't put them in the same place as mine, but he's learned over time, because he's lost them too many times, to put them on a little hook on his desk in his room. So now he knows he doesn't have to think about where his keys are because that's where they're going to be most of the time. And then the other thing about environment is it's not just your physical environment, it's also your people environment and also the environment of your thoughts. So, what are you listening to? If you're listening to stuff you don't need to be listening to, eliminate it. If you are talking with people and conversing with people you don't need to be and they're being really negative, you don't have to stay with those people. They don't have to stay in your life unless you decide that they're a good person to be in your life and they're effective. You can reduce so much stress and so much of the load of, oh my goodness, I've got to deal with that person again and what they do and what they say and how they behave But if you don't have to deal with that person, why are we keeping on dealing with those types of people? It doesn't make any sense. The third thing is having those really clear goals. So there's a whole other video on goal setting. But if you've got really clear goals for your day ahead, the night before, or you draw it out at the beginning of the week for the whole week, and you know what those clear goals are, you don't have to think about it anymore, because you're just going in, especially if it's your own business, you're going into the day knowing exactly what they are, and you know exactly what you want to accomplish by the end of the day, but also by the end of the week. And so that clarity means you're not having to think about it. So that's the thing about lowering your cognitive load, reduces the overwhelm. And that's how to reduce that overwhelm. When you've got your environment sorted, when you've got those clear goals sorted, and when you've got that friction going on in your life, it is really and truly going to help you. And I know this from experience because it really helped me looking at all of those things and cutting back even more than you think, getting things ready even more than you think you should or need to. Get it right down with those clear goals, get it right down to the minutiae, and it will make the biggest difference. There'll be another video coming up on screen. Enjoy lowering that overwhelm and not having to think and overthink things, just getting on and doing them. And I'll see you on the next video. If you've enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and have the most awesome day. Bye for now.